Hello everyone, my name is Abby Bliss White and welcome to my channel. Today we are going to do March favorites. I am so excited. I have got some fun goodies. Last month was a super fun month with a little bit of travel involved as well. So of course I have got some favorite makeup items from everything I tried last month, but I have also got a bit of fashion and of course perfume of the month. So if you are interested in seeing my March favorites, then let's go ahead and get started. Okay, there has been a lot of new makeup launches in the past month and continuing on. And I'm going to start with a surprise hit for me. And this is the Byredo. This is the Flora Kalahari palette. And the reason why this is a surprise hit is that if you've been watching my channel for a while, you will know that I get easily overwhelmed with palettes. As I've said, I'm just a beauty junkie. I'm not a makeup artist. And sometimes when I look at these palettes, I think they're so gorgeous that the overwhelm takes over. And when I first opened this up, I was a bit worried because there seems to be all of these gorgeous little shimmers in this palette. I'll just give you a quick little swatch here. Really gorgeous colors. The quality of these shadows are easy to use. They are buttery and they have some gorgeous colors in there as well. And I'm actually really glad that I picked this up. I have been using this eye palette and just using a few colors here or there, and I've just been having a lot of fun with it. So this was a favorite for me because it sort of pushed me out of my safe zone, which I tend to stay in with lots of easy neutrals, and this was just a fun buy from Byredo. So I definitely had a sisley moment last month. I fell in love with the sisley. This is the Phyto Blanc Le Cushion. I have it in the shade Ivory 1 in, and this quickly became one of my favorite foundations ever. Oh, that is a bold statement, but I'm putting together my top luxury foundations that I just love, and heads up, this one is included in it. Now, the downfall is there's only 5 shades. They're all basically light shades. So unfortunately, this is not a great pick for everyone. If you are in the fair to light medium skin tones, I swear, I think I'm using the darkest color in this cushion, but I just fell in love with this formula. It is going to make your face look so healthy, slightly glowy. It does have medium coverage. You can build it up or sheer it out. And I did get to do a little bit of travel last month, and this is what I took with me, and I just love it. So once I fell in love with this cushion, the sales associate had said, have you tried our Instant Glow Primer? And I kind of said, no, I haven't. I'm not really a primer girl, but they were like, you have got to give this a try, and I'm so glad I did. This is gorgeous, and yep, I do like to wear it underneath my cushion. You don't have to. This is actually great for those days where you just want a little healthy glow. Maybe you're just going to put a touch of concealer on. I think you might love this. So this is the shade of the Instant Glow Primer from Sisley, and it just looks so gorgeous underneath your makeup or on top. We'll put a little bit on here so you can see. It is really pretty. It is actually so pretty and gives you just a very healthy, lovely glow on the skin. So this was another winner from Sisley that I have just been enjoying this past month. And then I also ended up picking up a new shade in the Sisley. This is their Botanical Concealer. This is a longtime favorite, but I had it in shade 2 and I always felt like it was a little bit off. And then I picked it up in shade 1 and now I love it, you guys. This is an expensive concealer. I even did a comparison with my other favorite concealer, the one from Kosas. And unfortunately, many of you told me that you liked the sisley side better despite the crazy price. This is super brightening underneath the eye. The good thing is with all of these products, a little goes a long way. So literally when I was showing you a swatch of that primer, I had already squeezed out too much. A little goes a long way. Same with this concealer. So although this is pricey, you will use just a very minimal amount and it really does brighten up underneath the eyes. It is also like an eye cream, so it has like an eye treatment for underneath the eyes because this is more of a tinted eye cream and it works fantastic for anybody with a little bit more mature under eyes, some wrinkles, all that kind of stuff. It just smooths everything out. Now another product that was recommended to me by you guys was the Natura Bissé. This is the Diamond Cocoon Sheer Eye and I ended up picking this up as well. And this is what many of you told me, that you have thrown out all of your concealers and that you only use the Sheer Eye. Now I had this in the old formula, I believe it was called Sheer Eye, and now they have basically taken their Diamond Cocoon Eye Cream and did the tint Sheer Eye here and phased out the old version. This is basically a tinted eye cream and it is fantastic for underneath your eyes. So I have also been using that Natura Bissé as well as the sisley, and between the two, you guys, I have to tell you that the sisley really brightens up underneath my eyes, as you can probably see. The Sheer Cocoon is going to be a more of a universal tint, and down here I have shade 1, but I have found on days where I have not gotten enough sleep, I am going to reach for the sisley because it literally erases any of my dark circles. It makes me look like I have gotten a lot of sleep. It just really brightens up underneath the eye. So I would say I'm glad that I picked up both of these products because I find them to be more of an eye treatment and eye cream, and I will use these in place of my eye cream in the morning. So I will use an eye cream at night but in the morning I will use these as my eye cream, and since they are tinted they become my concealer as well. So I'm glad I picked up both, but between the two, if I haven't had sleep or I'm looking for brightening, I would recommend sisley. And then for those of you that just love a one and done product, maybe you don't even wear a lot of makeup but you want to kind of conceal underneath your eyes, this Diamond Cocoon Sheer Eye is amazing for that. So 2 new eye concealers that I've really been enjoying this past month. Now, a more affordable foundation that I have fallen in love with is from Kosas. This is the Revealer Skin Improving Foundation. This has a broad spectrum SPF of 25, and this is a really great foundation. It is going to give you a very natural finish. I find that it has a little bit of glow in it, and since I'm such a huge fan of the Kosas Revealer Concealer, I could not wait to give this a try. I have this in shade 180, that is light plus with slightly cool rosy undertones, and it works out really well for me. I have used it in several videos this past month. Another one that is super easy to use, I almost think of this as my weekend makeup, where I'm just going to take a pump, kind of spread it all over like a tinted moisturizer, head out the door, call it a day, and I've really been enjoying this. It does have some skin care benefits in here, and of course the price of the Kosas is going to be substantial substantially cheaper than my Sisley cushion. Love both of these, but definitely wanted to share this option with you. And of course, this is on sale at the Sephora sale right now. So I want to give a shout out because I love this. I love my Kosas concealer, and they have expanded the shade range to make it a little bit easier. Before, with some of the colors, they leaned a lot more yellow, so people were having trouble finding the right matches, but I feel like they have improved upon that, and there is many shades in the Kosas that you can pick. Another item that I fell in love with this past month, and this is a new launch from Laura Mercier. These are the Tinted Moisturizer blushes, and I had picked up two of them previous to the Sephora sale. I had seen them online and I thought those looked really gorgeous. All of the colors look fantastic. I picked it up in Southbound, which is your perfect peachy pink, and then Promenade, that's going to be a little bit more of a blue based rose with a little bit of golden sheen in it. All of the colors looked so pretty, but these are so gorgeous on your skin. That is what I'm wearing today. They are going to look very hydrating, just like it says, tinted moisturizer. I feel like these are going to be so good for the summer months, when I typically lean a little bit more on cream products versus powder products because I don't like to be out in the sun and have a veil of powder all over my face. I like that natural look. And these provide you with just that, a little flush of color on the cheeks. They are long lasting and just really gorgeous. So a few new blushes that I think need a little shout out from Laura Mercier. Okay, let's talk a little bit about Chanel's launch. In March, they launched a Reve de Camelia or Reve de Chanel collection, and that is the collection of dreams. And I picked up a few pieces that I really love, and the standout for me was the highlighter. This is the illuminating powder. I'm hoping you can see. This is very well loved, and this was a surprise hit as well because I don't necessarily consider myself like a connoisseur of highlighters. Of course, I have got so many of them. I buy them and then I don't always use them, but this is not the case with this one. I have been wearing this almost daily, and I love the way this looks on the eyes. So I'm actually wearing a little bit of that on my eyes right now. And you guys, this is so multi-purpose. It is so gorgeous. It is a rosy beige, and here is the color right here. So pretty. And it comes with its own little adorable kabuki brush, which I actually do use as well. I think it's a pretty nice little brush to apply highlighter on the cheeks. You can swipe this right here, just put a little bit on your eyes as well for kind of an easy eye, a little swipe of that highlighter, some mascara if you're like me and need eyeliner as well, go for it. But out of all the pieces, this is my absolute favorite, and I have been wearing it and enjoying it, and I just think it is gorgeous. And I just feel like this is going to be something that I continue to reach for. So as you know, I review a lot of different makeup, and so I'll have like a phase when I'm really into it for about a month, and then I will move on to the new thing. But that one is a keeper, and I just find that it's something that I'm going to continue to use past all the newness that is probably coming out soon. Now, I may be in the minority here. I did pick up the Imaginaire. This is their eye quad, and this is something that of course I probably already have in my vast collection, but I actually have been wearing this day in and day out. This is just a very me kind of quad. I love these warmer tones, and I just find this to be super pretty. And I just find this to be super versatile for myself. So this would be something I'm going to say this was a favorite for me because I have literally been using it day in and day out. I'm somebody who loves easy, simple eye quads. I love the warm peach tones in here. I just think they're so pretty. And as I had mentioned in my review, this was not an earth-shattering launch from Chanel, but this is just something that I ended up picking up and have been getting a lot of use out of it. So that is a personal favorite for myself. And I believe this next product, I didn't even want to mention it because I'm pretty sure it is sold out, but the other standout for me was the new Cocoa Flash in Halo. And you guys, it is just such a pretty, almost no lipstick with a slight lavender tinge. And I just love it. So I'm hoping that this comes to retailers because many of you had said you wanted to pick it up. And again, it is so gorgeous. It did remind me of the Clé de Peau Lip Luminizer, and I believe that was also in the shade Lavender. I think that was it. I was trying to look around, you guys, in my stash because I remember falling in love with that lip luminizer, and it was very similar but with a touch more color, but in that lavender tinge. A longtime favorite from several years back. I almost want to say like 3 years back. If you can get your hands on Halo and you love a no lipstick with a tinge of lavender in it, I would definitely recommend this Rouge Cocoa Flash from Chanel. Now, the one item that I probably could have skipped, but I'm gonna make myself use it, is the Chanel. This is the Stylo Lumiere Regard. And I actually like this product. I bought this because I thought it would be great to add in the inner corners, because when I add a little bit of that lightness with my finger here, I guess I have fat fingers, but it just kind of makes a little bit of a mess. And so I thought it would be really nice to use this pen to add in a little bit in the inner corners here. And of course you can use it on the highlights of your cheek, but to be honest, I haven't really been reaching for this or using it in the inner corners. Just started thinking about it as I was filming this. So I am going to put this out in front of me so I do use it, but that would be the one thing. I definitely could have passed on that, but wanted to check it out. It is not a bad product. It is just something that out of all the pieces I bought, haven't been using it. Now, I did have fun doing a little lipstick roundup. Kind of fun to be wearing lipstick out and about again. And I have a few favorites. I'm still on my Sisley Phyto Shine lipsticks. Now, I know I mentioned these last month, I believe. I definitely mentioned them in my lipstick roundup video that I did last month, but these are my number one. Like, they have taken the place of Holy Grail lipsticks, and that is big because I've got a couple formulas that I have just been very loyal to for years and years, but these Sisley Phyto Shines, you guys, they are expensive. They do have refills, but they are that amazing. And any of you who have actually gone out and bought these were like, yep, you were right. These are so good. So not only are they shiny and hydrating, but I do feel like they do a little bit of something magical on the lips. For myself who has thin lips, I feel like it gives me sort of a little bit of plumping. They just make my lips look good, and I've loved all the colors that I have gotten, and Nude is still probably my most used one. I also have Blossom. I have Sheer Cocoa that I just think is so pretty. I know it looks a little bit dark, you guys, but it really is such a pretty color right here. And again, I love to mix them just a bit. I like to take Sheer Cocoa and then top it a little bit with my Nude. I just feel like that's such a gorgeous color together. So I wanted to mention that my love for the Sisley Phyto Shine lipsticks is still very high. Absolutely recommend them, and do realize that you can buy one in the case just like this and then do the refill for a bit cheaper. So there is that, and of course if you can find those on sale, even better because yes, those are a pricey lip product, but I actually think that they are worth it. Then the other lipsticks that I had fun with in the month of March were the new Dior Addict. These ones are also refillable, and I bought 2 of these fun cases. I got the little denim case right here, and then I've got the pink Canage case, which I love because you know I am obsessed with pink, and I love all of the colors that I picked up in these. And 3 shades that I've just been loving so far are Beige Oblique. This is Thai and Dior. So Beige Oblique is going to be your pretty warmer nude. And then we've got Thai and Dior that's going to have a little bit more of a pinky nude. And then I got Atelier, and I was super excited about this because it's just a little bit of a deeper nude tone, has a little bit of a rose underbase. All of these are just so easy to wear. The texture of these, they still are going to give you a nice glossy finish, but they are going to feel thinner than my Sicilies. So for those of you that don't like the feel of lipstick on your lips, you like something a little bit more sheer feeling, then you might love the Dior Addicts a bit more, whereas the Sisley are going to feel like it grips your lips, but they're definitely going to feel a little bit more moisturized, a little bit thicker in consistency. As far as perfumes, I had a little fun doing a little spring roundup video of my favorite spring fragrances, so I will list that video below if you are interested in seeing my picks. 2 that I did not include were because they were kind of hard to find and they were sold out. I'm going to go ahead and mention these because these have been a little bit of a favorite from the past month for myself, and this is Tom Ford. This is Fleur de Portofino, but I have noticed that the one that I didn't include because it was sold out everywhere previously is now back in stock, and I heard that it was just some supply chain issues, but I wanted to give a shout out to Fleur de Portofino. I was talking about the blue line from Tom Ford. People were asking me a few questions if I've tried some of those. There is the Neroli Portofino. There's one other one in that lineup. And the one that I have, and unfortunately it is not included in the Sephora sale, so I'm sorry. This is a gorgeous bouquet of flowers that has a beautiful honey accord in it. So if you are somebody that loves honey fragrances, you love white florals, and you like a bit of a citrus opening, I think you're going to love this Fleur de Portofino. This is what I would consider wearing to like a wedding. So say I was getting dressed to go to somebody's beautiful wedding and I wanted to feel special and celebratory, but I didn't want to steal the show. I would definitely wear Fleur de Portofino. I guess I would call this like maybe a mother of the bride fragrance. Like you want the bride to shine, but you yourself want to feel amazing because it is also an amazing day for you. This is what I would wear. This whole lineup of the ones in these pretty blue bottles are all about like traveling to the Mediterranean. So just take yourself to the Mediterranean when you are thinking about these fragrances. I'm going to quickly read off the notes for you. The top notes are Calabrian bergamot, Sicilian lemon, tangerine, bitter orange, and a little bit of violet leaf. Then in the heart, it is going to be around the white acacia flower. So this is more of a white floral fragrance. And then it is complemented by white magnolia, orange blossom, Moroccan rose, and jasmine. So a beautiful mix of florals, but yes, it is definitely more of a white floral fragrance. And then in the base, you've got acacia honey, and you definitely feel that sweetness from the honey. You have got vanilla absolute, tolo balm, and ambrette seed. This again has this light, airy, soft floral feel. Definitely mother of the bride. This could definitely be the bride scent as well. Just one of these very feminine, pretty, easy to wear florals. Perfect as we are coming into spring and summer. So wanted to give this one a shout out. And then the next one is a super special fragrance, and this was a gift, and I have wanted this probably for about 3 years. And this is a pricey fragrance. This is from Creed, and this is Sublime Vanille. Let's take a moment here to look at the gorgeous bottle here. I've been in love with this vanilla for, again, probably about 3 years. I have bought several different decants of this fragrance, and this fragrance just feels like me. So I'm already a fan of vanilla fragrances, but I like adult vanilla, and this one is the best fresh vanilla. It has that Creed DNA that I love. So I kind of feel like you either like Creed DNA and think they're worth it, or you don't and you think they're bunk. I totally get it. Perfume is very individual. This is a light and airy vanilla scent. I wouldn't say it's super complicated or anything like that. This fragrance is all about the bourbon vanilla in here. It also has vanilla orchid. It has tonka bean in the base, as well as lemon, bergamot, and musk. So not overly complicated. This is one that just feels like me, or maybe my best version of myself. I just personally love the smell of this. It is light and airy. It's not going to be a huge projector. It is just going to make me personally feel like $1,000,000 when I wear it. It just makes me happy, and I just love it. So if you are also a fellow vanilla lover and you also like the Creed DNA, I heard that this is going to be back in stock in June. Like, you guys, it's literally been sold out all over the place. Like, I was able to get the last bottle available at Nordstrom. I actually talked to Creed, and they said no, they're not discontinuing this fragrance, that it's actually a bestseller. And it was funny, I was talking to the Creed rep, and her name was Abigail, which is my name. I just go by Abby, and we were laughing because this was her signature scent, and I was just telling her how I wanted it for years and was worried that it was going to be discontinued, but she assured me that they are planning on having this back in stock in June if all the supply chain issues hold up. So this was a special favorite from the month of March. Okay, moving on, I did want to give a shout out to the Monterey Peninsula. I have completely gone down the rabbit hole, so in love with that area. And my husband and I went on a little weekend getaway, and I know this may sound crazy, but we were never one of those couples that traveled on our own. We always traveled to either see family, and we always took our kids with us. So this was literally like our first getaway alone in like 20 plus years. And I'm happy to report that we still like each other. We had the best time, but my husband had been down to that area for a few other trips that I didn't go on, and he kept on coming back and telling me how magical it was, and that in his dream he eventually wants to end up in Pacific Grove, and so he wanted to take me down there to show me the magic. And I have to say, he's absolutely right. It is absolutely stunning in that region of the world. This is where like Pebble Beach Golf Course is, the Monterey Peninsula, but there's just this true raw beauty that exists there. And I've never met so many nice people in my life. Like, literally everybody says hello to you. They're just super nice and welcoming. And we loved it so much that we are already planning our next getaway. The Monterey Jazz Festival is coming up in September. And in August, I'm actually taking my son, who is a car enthusiast, down to the famous car week or car show that they do in Monterey, like that whole little peninsula area. This is a big deal for anybody who loves cars, and so it's kind of cute because it's just going to be my son and I, and we're going to go down and have a little mother-son trip just for the two of us. So that was definitely a little highlight from the month of March. And one of the items I ended up getting, this was in a store called Brochu Walker, which was in Carmel. I'm trying to figure out the best way to show you this, but this is the home sweater, and this is a 2-in-1 piece. These are built into the sweater. These are built in to the sweater. And you guys, the quality of these 2-in-1 sweater pieces really are gorgeous. I could not be happier with the quality, the softness of the sweater, the way that it lays on my frame. I just truly love it. I know many of you, when I mentioned it in my little fashion haul, that a few of you had told me that you love their sweaters as well. Oprah is a fan, so if that makes a difference. This is Oprah approved. Of course, I love the simplicity of the line, just some really great basics, and there were several other basics that I wanted to slowly add into my repertoire because these are just so easy to throw on a daily basis. You will look put together, but you will look casual, not overdone. But my first purchase from this brand is a thumbs up. I would definitely recommend everything, and also the people in the store were incredibly nice. Like, I don't know if just everybody is nice in that zone or if it was just them in that store, but I had a really nice experience, and my hubby did end up purchasing this beauty for me, so that was bonus too. And then last but not least, and this was a big highlight for me, was that Jenny Kane came to town. They had a little pop-up in Bridgeport, and I went out there. Maybe I went more than once, but I had the best time at the Jenny Kane pop-up. If you've been watching my channel, this is another brand that's sort of my go-to uniform. They have really nailed the whole California lifestyle brand. They are known for their cashmere, and that's how I got into the brand originally, is through their cashmere. And they recently had a sale at the pop-up, so I took advantage of that. And I first and foremost bought my favorite outfit ever, you guys. This is just a little uniform that I have been wearing. So these are the classic cashmere fisherman sweaters. Again, they are known for that. And then I bought one of their classic shirts. Let me pull this out for you. I know, I just pull it all off in one piece at the end of the day. All in one piece at the end of the day. But this is their classic shirt here in French blue. And once the weather gets a little bit nicer, I can see myself just wearing this as my uniform. Really nice, soft cotton. This is just your basic button-down shirt, but really nice quality. Love the little cuffs, and this does come in different colors. So another one of my little uniforms when I'm not wearing sweaters is going to be a button-down shirt. A white button-down is one of my ultimate favorites, I think, but now I have to tell you, I think everybody needs a French blue classic shirt in their repertoire. Just love this. And I got this in an extra, and I bought this in an extra small, and I bought the Fisherman Camel also in an extra small. I also have the Cashmere Fisherman in navy, and I was recently asked what sweater I was wearing when I was wearing this navy one. So I wanted to let you know, yes, this is a Jenny Kane fisherman cashmere sweater. And then I did pick up the boyfriend cardigan. Now this one is in alpaca, and this is in the almond shade. And this one's going to be more of a great transitional sweater. I like to wear this with just a little tank underneath, and it is going to be a little bit lighter in weight. So I'll be able to wear this through the spring into the summer, especially when I go into places with air conditioning. And then I may have gone back out to the pop-up that was just going on for a few days and had a lot of fun with just a fellow Jenny Kane lover. And she had told me that I have to pick up one of the cotton fisherman sweaters from Jenny Kane. I had not really bought any of their cotton sweaters, and she was actually wearing this adorable cotton fisherman sweater, and it just looked so amazing on her that I was like, I'm gonna go ahead and try one of these. And you guys, if you are a cotton sweater lover, this is pure luxe. Like, it is really well made. Of course, I love this color in oatmeal. I don't think you can ever have too many beige sweaters because I wear them all the time. There's 7 days in the week. And despite my kids making fun of my beige wardrobe, I swear I get the most wear out of all of my kind of oatmeal-y beige sweaters. It's just sort of a staple. So those are my little transitional spring pieces. Again, it does not really get super warm here in the Pacific Northwest till the latter part of June. So I have a few more months to really get some wear out of those sweaters. And these are basically all my favorites from the month of March. April has already been a fun month, and I did want to do a quick little shout out. I've been getting some questions, and I will do a little video about my program, but I am launching my spring Blissfully Fed program. Many of you had asked me when my next one is coming up, and it is going to be launching on April 28th. This is my 14-day Blissfully Fed program. This is where we get together, we eat healthy, have a little fun, focus on self-care, taking care of our bodies, our mind, and our spirits. So if you're interested in learning a little bit more, I'm going to leave all that information below in the description box, and I will do a video explaining a little bit more about it. But I did get a question about that. Thought I should mention it while I'm on right now. So you guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll be back with another one soon.